Alrighty guys, in today's video, we are going to be looking at the top stocks under $20 to buy in 2022. Now, all of these stocks, or most of them, are going to be a little bit of a higher risk, higher reward. So it's always smart, be diversified and understand your risk tolerance. So starting off with number one is Zynga. You can see Zynga has a absolute beautiful upward trend. Lows here at $3.60. Highs up here at about $12. Now, from the highs, this thing has sold off about 50% of value. Me personally, I think we will start seeing some buying pressures enter just because this has a tendency to get buying pressure near and around this $5.50 mark and around this $6 mark. So given that right now it's at about $6.38, I personally think we'll see a nice little bounce and start creeping its way back up to some highs relatively shortly. So Zynga, for those of you that don't know what it is a mobile apps maker. They own Words with Friends and all of those apps like that. The company does make a lot of money and the overall demand has gone up for it. So I really think we'll start seeing some really strong numbers coming out on the next quarter of Zynga. Moving on to stock number two is Dvax, ticker symbol DAVX. So this is a vaccine provider. One thing you might notice is it did have that downward trend. We did have a huge turnaround in the company. The company did find some support near $13. But one thing you also have to realize is the company on their last quarter came out and said the hepatitis C vaccine hit record numbers, and with the COVID-19 vaccine, this could be piggybacking off a lot of that growth. So I really think that we'll see some nice growth out of this one over the next couple of years, and it's definitely one to keep on watch for the year of 2022. So, given that, everybody's talking about vaccines and all of that stuff, this could be one that, does have a nice solid growth in that next year. Moving on to probably my favorite stock on this list is Sofi. People made fun of me on how I said it in the other day's video, but whatever. This is a fintech company that, they have a mobile app for investing and money management. They have a credit card. They offer loans and a whole bunch of awesome, amazing platforms. It's an amazing platform. It's easy to use, and their competitors like Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, but they're a lot more than just like a broker. They have a debit credit card. They have a whole bunch of awesome money management tools. So this is definitely one. If you think fintech is a one to hop in at, this would be the one right here. It does have a year-to-date return at about 40%, given all the volatility. Still 40% return a year, which is really, really good. So moving on to the next one here is ticker symbol LXP. Now this is a REIT. So this company goes out, buys different piece of real estate, and you can see as the tenants pay, their lease or their rent, you get a little bit of that money in the forms of dividends. So you can see this does pay about a 10-cent dividend for a stock that's only $15. It has great growth, as you can see, given a return of about 48%. Plus dividends, it's an absolute no-brainer. Investing in the real estate market is it's always hard because a lot of people think you need hundreds or thousands of dollars to get into it. But you can pick up a good share under $20, $15 a share with great numbers. It's definitely one to keep on watch for sure. The next one here is another REIT. This one goes out and they do buy more of the traditional, hospitals and, urgent cares and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a physicians realty trust. So they buy, all of that, medical offices. You can see this one really doesn't move a whole lot, but it's more of one that does do very, very well on, the dividend side. So you can see a 23-cent dividend for a stock that's only $18. And given that it does have some resistance here at about $19 and a lot of support near, the $17 mark, you can make very good swing trades just by judging the support and resistance of this stock. As you can see, resistance, support, textbook trades all day, and you can make a lot of money that way too. Now, if you were to buy in on these supports and sell at the highs, that's a return of about 9%. And, doing that a couple times a year definitely adds up and compounds very, very quick. So it's definitely one to keep on watch for this upcoming year. The next one here is Ford. Ford is by far one of the most undervalued stocks going into the year. People don't realize the overall demand for the Ford Lightning. They have over 200,000 pre-orders for that truck, and not to mention the Broncos sales has been absolutely killing it. And they did re-announce their dividends, so you can start, getting great growth, good dividends. And for a stock that's only about $20, and I'm sure you could pick it up under 20, just because it's having that tendency to trade in between that price zone right now. Stock, that could be one of the leaders of the electric auto space. Definitely pick it up. It's going to be an absolute no-brainer investment, guys. I would highly recommend it. Could be a little more volatile. Ford has been doing very, very well on the balance sheet of the past year, which has pretty much caused this huge growth of stock price. So definitely one to keep on watch going into the year, and it's one that I've been investing in for quite a while. Then the last and final one here is ticker symbol VG. This one here has just been doing extremely well over the past year. You can see it does have a solid return of about 61%, which is outperforming all of those indexes, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. So right now it could be a little bit on the overvalued territory. It has been, getting heavily traded. So it's always smart with this one, be diversified. And what I would recommend doing is dollar cost averaging, just because it could be a little bit more volatile going into this year. So dollar cost average, just figure out however much you want to invest, whether it's $10 or $100,000. Just invest a couple times a week, or you can just invest once a month over the next couple of months, so you get a good average price for your share, because I think we'll probably see a little bit of some sell-off back down to about 19 and then hit a bounce going up. So guys, these are all of these stocks that I would recommend buying under $20. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe. Take care.